Yeah, let's go to this one. This one's going to be local, so nobody's going to be able to join me because this is actually a backup file of another farm that I had before I recycled it, and I have no intention of doing anything with this farm other than what I am doing, which is putting random things on the ground and experimenting with designs, trying to find new patterns, new roadways. Like in this case, this is where I worked out the maze for clover farms, trying to figure out what materials I wanted for that. And this is what I came up with, although not sand. So yeah, it's nice to have a throwaway farm that you can just experiment with stuff, and when you're done, just recycle the whole thing. And over here, okay, thanks for stopping by, Nightmare Silence, and I appreciate the follow, and hopefully we'll see you again. So over here at number 10 on the map, you can see I have a bunch of random stuff going on up there. We were talking about shoelace pattern and where the idea came from earlier. And this is where it happened. I kind of created it by accident, and Lonkley called it shoelace, and it stuck. What? Oh, yeah. Those are my markers. The little specks. They're actually counted out markers, so I don't have to do it again. But they do kind of look like crumbs on the screen. Yeah, you're seeing the dirty part of my planning here. This is where it all starts. On this farm or a farm like it, I will just start putting down random blocks and altering them with fences and things and flowers until I come up with something that I like. And then I'll use that something in a design. And this pattern, not with broccoli, but this pattern I actually use quite a bit. I like that. I'm not doing random bugs on my screen. Now I haven't actually come up with one to use this pattern for, because it's rectangles and it's going to create some math problems that I don't know if I'm ready to wrap my head around yet. And as you can see, I already have a mistake right here on the end. It doesn't line up like the rest of them do, so I got a ways to work on this one. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. It has to get from point A to point B in as straight a line as possible with a pattern that I have not used before. And rectangles are very difficult to do in this situation, so I have to think about that one a little bit. But yeah, if you're trying to come up with ideas for your own farm, throw some blocks on the ground, start putting separators in, and you can come up with different shapes. Just by altering, where the separators are. And there you have it. That's how I come up with some new random pattern. And I try to stick with the theme. Usually, so if I'm going with, arrow fishies, which is kind of what I consider this one, then I will do arrow fishy shapes all over the place. And I think Clover Grove is like that. It has a lot of arrow fishies. And then shoelace, which is now named All Laced Up. I tried to stick with the shoelace theme there. And my fallback is usually this pattern, because this works just about anywhere. And you can alter this around. Instead of putting flowers here, you can put some more roadways in here and connect them. Or you can put roadways in here that don't connect, which is another interesting thing. So we're going to use dirt. And as you can see, dirt doesn't actually connect to the other roads. Now, they may change that at some point. I really hope they don't, because I actually used this as part of a design somewhere. But if for some reason that does happen, and it connects, you can fix it with borders. So now you have your little section that's not connected. And with this method you can mix up your road types, and in places you want it to intersect you can allow, and in places you don't, you can stop it. So you see, you could probably do something with multiple colors, quarter rounds, various different types, and create your own color palette, I guess, for your roads doing that. And it doesn't have to be seashells, it can be the other ones also. I happen to like the seashells. The other one I use a lot is the playground separators. Let's find somewhere to do that. We'll do that here. Oh, this is the part that's frustrating. There we go. So you can put multiple types down and look at it and decide which one you prefer. And birdhouses do it as well. You see, it stops it from connecting. So you got birdhouses, borders. I think there's a couple of other things that do it. Let's see if the new balloons do it. I don't think the new balloons interfere with it. Nope, you can plop those right down in the middle of the road. They'll have no effect. I like that. Okay, the old ones don't either. It seemed like there was something that I wasn't expecting to create a cut in the border, and it did. Okay, that does. That makes sense. And of course a regular fence would too. Yeah, I don't remember what it was. But anyway, that's how I do it.